Yeah, it's going to be a tightly contested game, Aaron. As you mentioned, there's still a lot of time in the GMAC season, but it's getting late early for these two teams. So these squads are going to be extremely motivated to find a way to get a win today.
Thomas Moore will offer the first shot, and Ryan Paris will splash it home. The senior from Hilliard gets to work quickly.
We're going to see a lot of that tonight, I think.
Two prolific three-point shooting teams, number 1 and number 2 in the GMAC conference. Ethan Sellers glides down the baseline, reverse layup, smooth. Both teams scoring. Here's Thomas Moore on offense, wearing the black uniforms with Kai Simpson. Number 4 gets the ball back. He's averaging 18 points per game. Second in the conference, and he has it raked out of his hands by Will Gibson. Here's Jalen Davis. Back to Gibson, back to Sellers, who thought about a 3. Talk about three-point shooters. Sellers can hit him with the best of them. So can Ruffalo. Corner 3, no good. That one left short. Simpson collects the board.
It's a beautiful look by Gibson, though. And if you were looking for an X factor on the Yellow Jackets, it's probably Gibson in this game.
Back in the starting lineup is Gibson as Simpson gets hacked by Sellers on his way up. So we'll have the game's first free throws. And Kai Simpson is a problem on offense. 18 points per game for the redshirt sophomore from Lexington, Kentucky. He's been in double-digit scoring every game this season so far.
And much like Thomas Moore's offense in general, you're not going to just totally shut down Simpson, but you're going to just attempt to limit. And, hey, maybe sending him to the free throw line is going to be part of that.
He's usually pretty solid, 74%. He splits the pair there. So the Thomas Moore lead is 4-2 in the opening couple of minutes of this game. Ethan Sellers, the lone senior on this team, honored on today's senior day. Number 12, here's Sam Johnson. It's a Will Gibson screen, a hard hedge on Johnson. Johnson, one-on-one, and he wins that battle. Sam Johnson just worked his way to in the paint on the block. And we mentioned it in the intro, he has been on a heater most recently in the last 4 games, averaging 19 points per game.
And he's one of the keys to keeping this offense balanced.
Simpson, nifty move, but missed the finish. Sellers, deep 3. Off the front rim, no. Rebound collected, Mitchell Riley.
Sellers asking for some late contact there. I think the officials will be looking for that as we go in this game.
Yeah, expect a lot of hard closeouts for two teams that shoot the 3 better than 35% on the year. Will Gibson, good battle down low. Mitchell Riley tried to back him down. Gibson swats it away. Ruffalo collects the rebound. Tough defense by Will Gibson. Behind the back pass. Ruffalo the 3. No. Oh, a highlight play in the making on that one. Does not come to fruition. Riley, another rebound for the Saints, and here's Simpson getting a Riley screen. 2
beautiful passes by Will Gibson now that just won't unfortunately show up on the stat sheet.
Simpson offers a 3, no good. Ruffalo among the trees to grab that rebound. Ethan Sellers double teamed and turns it over. Riley picks his pocket. Riley ahead, evades Anthony Ruffalo and flushes it home. Neither of these teams, we mentioned it in the intro, neither of these teams turn the ball over that much, so the turnovers that do occur, those are going to be important to watch. Sam Johnson down the baseline, draws a second defender, and somehow hangs onto the basketball and then just dumps it off of his defender who was laying out of bounds. Good presence of mind by Sam Johnson, and his defender's still down on the ground right now, and he's going to get help to his feet. Let's see who it is. Number blocked out. Yeah, that is Mitchell Riley, who's coming up a bit lame here. He's going to just try to walk it off.
Dumps it might be more dramatic than reality, Aaron. He basically put the ball down on his opponent's leg out of bounds.
Yeah, that'll do the trick. 14 to shoot for the Jackets. The inbound goes to Jalen Davis. Gibson spins a pass to Johnson. Johnson again drawing a lot of defensive energy, but it does not matter.
Yeah, Aaron, you mentioned he's a heater. On a heater right now. He had 24 against Ohio Dominican, and that game kind of just encapsulated the struggles on the road for the Yellow Jackets, losing 91-87. Offense doing the trick, defense really struggling to stay consistent.
There's Simpson on the other end. He gets an open three for Tyler Johnson, and he splashes it home right in front of Jalen Davis. So the threes flying early, and Thomas More has a couple of them. Gibson fends off a aggressive Mitchell Riley defensive play. He gets it here, wearing number 15 in the white. Davis, three ball, no good. Good luck again, Gibson finding open teammates. Simpson content to walk it up the court.
Yellow Jackets will be hitting those threes at some point in this game, though, if they keep getting quality looks as they are.
No question. 0 for 4 so far. When will that change? Good paint position inside. Riley scores it over Gibson. So that exchange, it is Mitchell Riley who wins, and he's averaging nearly 10 points a game, and he's got 2. Ruffalo tried to take on the entire Thomas More defense and did so successfully. He draws a foul, and that will take us to immediate timeout. So you are watching Cedarville University Athletics on Flow College. Anthony Ruffalo at the line for the Jackets. The junior from Dayton, Ohio, is averaging 16.5 points per game. In the previous game against Thomas More, he was right at his average, 16 points. The difference in that game was he didn't have a three-pointer. He's only missed out on hitting a shot from beyond the arc in 3 games this year, and that game in Kentucky against Thomas More was one of them. He's good on both free throws, no surprise for an 85% free throw shooter, and the Saints' lead is trimmed to 3. Ruffalo offering some defense on Ryan Paris. Paris took a lot of work just to get to the volleyball line. Now he gets it back. This time Jalen Davis guarding him. Kai Simpson spins on Ethan Sellers, and Sellers blocks it, but a foul called. And I think Sellers knew that he may have created some contact on the arm of Kai Simpson, so Simpson heads back to the line.
Really nice, quick move by Simpson, and that's what you got to do when you're in the paint. You know, you don't want to be lethargic down there. You got to make quick, snap decisions, keep your defense on the toes. And Aaron, I know you said he's a decent free throw shooter, but right now that seems like one of the better options on defense is to send him to the line.
1 of 3 so far. Only 2 fouls on Cedarville. Unfortunately, they're both on Ethan Sellers. So the senior will take a seat after picking up that foul, and again, it's a split pair by Kai Simpson, the redshirt sophomore from Lexington, Kentucky. With 19 points in that game that we mentioned earlier this year against Cedarville. Sam Johnson on the wing. Johnson putting his head down, gets to the GMAC logo and left the jumper short.
Johnson did a really good job of denying Sam the spot near the block that he likes to get to take that shot.
Thomas More methodical in their half-court offense. Simpson working against Jordan Jonathan Davis. Got a hand on the pass, tips it out of bounds, and the Saints will hang on to it. Davis doing his best to win possession, win the favor of the referee and get possession for Cedarville. No success there, but the Saints inbound, 11 to shoot. Simpson gets a screen, Jonathan Whiteside goes all the way out to pick him up. Cross-court pass to the corner. Three offered by Daniel Allen. No good. Rebound loose, and Davis
Ruffalo deserves an assist on that rebound for sure.
No question. Good box out by Ruffalo. Freed up Davis for the board. Sam Johnson back to Ruffalo, who's darting through this defense. Whiteside top of the key. Jordan Jonathan. Jonathan bounce pass inside. Johnson went up and forgot the ball behind him, and they're going to win possession, win the favor of the referee and get possession for Cedarville. No success there, but the Saints inbound, 11 to shoot. Simpson gets a screen. Jonathan Whiteside goes all the way out to pick him up. Cross-court pass to the corner. Three offered by Daniel Allen. No good. Rebound loose, and Davis
Ruffalo deserves an assist on that rebound for sure.
No question. Good box out by Ruffalo. Freed up Davis for the board. Sam Johnson back to Ruffalo, who's darting through this defense. Whiteside top of the key. Jordan Jonathan. Jonathan bounce pass inside. Johnson went up and forgot the ball behind him, and they're going to give the ball to the Saints. That ball just slipping out of his fingers. We'll bring in a couple more substitutions off of Rob Jones's bench. Will Gibson back in, and in for the first time is Curtis Blair, the 6'6" redshirt sophomore. Simpson again. No real hurry here. They're happy to run some shot clock in their half court. They found some good looks like that one. Oh, a thunderous dunk by Mitchell Riley.
Right now, Mitchell Riley is actually the one winning in the paint overall between him and the big men from Cedarville. That's got to change.
Will Gibson setting a screen for Ruffalo. Ruffalo draws two off that screen. Jackets trying to move the ball quickly. Gibson, no look pass to Davis. Davis from the wing, yes!
Great job by Davis. He did not get that pass in the shooting pocket, able to adjust quickly and hit the open look.
Davis had 23 in that game against Thomas More, had 4 triples. That's his first. He's in the scorebook, and the lead again trimmed to 3. And the Jackets get some stops on defense, especially in the paint. That's where the Saints have really gone to work. Here again is Mitchell Riley. That matchup with Will Gibson. Those two have been going back and forth. Riley has it knocked out and stolen away.
Just a little too methodical there by Riley. He's got to make a quicker decision to pass or shoot.
Here's Davis again, fresh off that three-pointer. Couple between-the-leg dribbles for him. Gibson hands to Ruffalo. Ruffalo thought about a three, instead finds Blair wide open in the corner. Oh, and it rattles out.
Man, and the Yellow Jackets have had 3 or 4 of those amazing sets on offense and just unable to convert the final part with the shot.
They've had some looks, just 1 of 6 from beyond the arc so far. Allen bounce passes inside to Kai Simpson. Simpson spinning, and I don't know how that shot went in.
That was a flat shot.
It somehow fell. He just kind of muscled it up there through 3 Cedarville defenders, and Simpson's up to 4 points on 1 of 3 shooting. That's his first field goal made of this game. He gets a hand on a pass there. Davis has to go back into the backcourt to grab it. Ruffalo sends it to Davis. Davis ahead of seam, got his defender nearly on his back. Blair now, one-on-one down low. Blair, and he cleared out his defender. Blair still battling down there, and Simpson finally
I wouldn't be surprised
grabs
if
the
we
rebound.
look at
And
this.
yet, in that whole progression there, his defender, I think, took an elbow right to the chin. So they're attending to him, making sure he's all good. Looks like they're about to help him to his feet. Flow College. So for Thomas More, that was Tyler Johnson that unfortunately caught a Curtis Blair elbow to the head area. So the trainers are continuing to work with him. We hope he is able to get back into this game. He's all right. In the meantime, we have reviewed everything, and the ruling is it's just going to be Saints basketball in the inbound. So no change to what happened on the court.
And, you know, if you're asking what's constituting, a blow to the head, a potential flagrant foul there. It's just whether the officials deem you're in the cylinder or not, basically within their personal space, where the offensive players should have the right to the space to move with freedom of the basketball, and officials deciding there that he was in fact in the cylinder.
Crisp ball movement, and it ends in a Daniel Allen 3. He has made a ton of those this year. He's prolific. 52 made three-pointers now for Daniel Allen on the year. He's now had a three-point make in every game this year except the very first game of the season. Gibson and Jonathan, two-man game between them. Jonathan backing it up. Nifty ball movement, dribble. Jonathan hangs onto a pivot foot. Oh, could not get the shot to fall. Good defense in the end by Thomas More. Simpson the board. Cedarville, one of their last 6 from the field. Simpson from way downtown, got it. Oh, man.
And I was about to say, it's dangerous time for the Yellow Jackets right now, the way the Saints are shooting from deep.
The lead has grown to 11. It's an 8-0 run that has lasted nearly 3 minutes, so that will be a timeout called by Rob Jones and Cedarville. He's in his second year with the Yellow Jackets. He's got this team at 9-12, and they are trying to free. And then shortly after that, you got a Kai Simpson 3, and, well, lots of threes. We promised you that, and we're getting it so far, but the problem, Johnny, if you're Cedarville, is that most of those threes are coming from the fingertips of the Saints and not the Jackets.
And I think the Saints have done an excellent job of creating conflict for the Cedarville defense right now. Mitchell Riley doing an excellent job down low in the post, making the Yellow Jackets pay down there in the paint, which has allowed Cedarville to hesitate to close out hard on the three-point shooters. They're gonna have to pick their poison a little bit. And right now, I would be closing out a lot harder from deep to prevent the three-point shooting.
Ethan Sellers is back out there with the 2 fouls. Number 12 in white on your screen, who's got the ball now. It's something to watch. Sellers drives down the lane. Reverse layup, no. It just spun out. Rebound tapped out. Anthony Ruffalo's got it. Over to Sellers from the corner. Oh, no good. The rim unkind to the Jackets in this first half. 1 of 7 from deep.
Guess just stay in range until you can switch which hoop you're shooting on.
There you go. Simpson's got it down low, working against Anthony Ruffalo. He fires it back out again. Ball moving around the arc by the Saints. Brown caught up with no man's land and picked up his dribble well away from the hoop. Now back to Simpson, only 5 to shoot. Simpson, another deep 3, and he's fouled as Anthony Ruffalo caught on the foul, closed out too aggressively. And Simpson, again, we mentioned it, he causes all sorts of problems for the defense in doing so here today.
And I guess that's just going to have to be known if you're Ruffalo. You want to close out hard, but that was a good sell job on that three-point shot to make the contact look like it was more than it was, and there's an art to that.
Absolutely. Simpson good on the first free throw. He's up to 8 points already. He's played all 10 minutes so far. Saints have played just 7 players. Jackets have played 8 in their rotation so far. Second free throw is good. And so Simpson's got 9. The Jackets have 11. And he can add one more to the tally here. And in any case, when the Jackets get the ball, they'll have been held scoreless for 3.5 minutes. They need to do something quick to end this 10-0 Thomas More run.
Yeah, but there's also no 13-point shot in the arsenal.
That's true. Sam Johnson, that was a hot pass down low by his ankles, and it's a turnover.
Yellow Jackets are going to have to find some player leadership here to remain composed, work their way back into this game. There's still so much time. We have almost 3/4 of the game left, and it's going to take your own run. It's going to have to be methodical coming back into this, hitting some shots, yes, but getting stops defensively more so.
Simpson, one-legged jumper is pure. Digging into the bag of tricks is Kai Simpson. He's up to 11, and he has matched Cedarville's total in this game. Sam Johnson looking for an answer, and he does. Man, what a physical, aggressive move by Johnson. Just powering through 2 defenders.
Finally ending that Thomas More run. Sam Johnson, they got to go to old reliable in the paint.
He's got 6 of the 13 right now for Cedarville. Simpson gets to the lane, gets to his spot, and that's just too easy.
There's got to be some help there on that drive to the rim.
Well, the Simpson versus Cedarville score is tied again. 13. Will Gibson pounding it inside the paint. Left-handed floater, no good. And a quick one and done for the Jackets. The Saints enjoying their biggest lead of the game at 15. Simpson draws 2 defenders here. Ruffalo's got him. Simpson thought about a logo 3, now gets it back. All eyes on him on defense. McCune, floater, no. Loose rebound into the hands of Sellers. Jackets needed a stop, they got it. Here's Sellers, all the way to the cup, no. Johnson puts it in.
Yeah, it's the only offense that's working right now for the Yellow Jackets, and it's quite effective.
He is 4 of 5. The rest of his team is 2 of 14 right now. Johnson's got 8. And the Jackets need to provide him a little bit of help on the offensive end. Deshaun Pouncey with it at the logo, with Will Gibson defending him. Back to Simpson. Screen and roll. Fire to pass to the corner. Parrish the 3. Wow.
Wow.
Somehow got the feet lined up and drained it. His second triple.
All a matter of reps, Aaron. You take enough of those off-balance threes in your reps, I think you got it in your arsenal.
No, there's no question he's got three-point ability in his arsenal. How about Ruffalo? That one's off the heel, no good. The three-point disparity is growing. The Saints 5 of 7, the Jackets 1 of 8. And this crowd here at the Cowan Athletic Center just looking for something to get excited for right now. Down 16. This crowd can come alive in an instant, and it is really works in Cedarville's favor, and that's a good start. A bounce pass drifts out of bounds, so Cedarville has their work cut out for him here, but still plenty of time, and the next 6:49 of this half, very important. We'll be back. You're watching Cedarville University Athletics on Flow College. Well, right now with Thomas Moore shooting 69% and Cedarville shooting 30%, right now the goal is just to kind of stay attached in this first half down the final 6:49.
Yeah, Aaron, maybe an overlooked piece here is that Kai Simpson for the Saints, you know, he started with Ethan Sellers on him, which is usually what the Yellow Jackets do. The more difficult defensive assignment in the backcourt goes to Sellers. He picked up 2 quick fouls, which meant Ruffalo had to take the job defensively. And that just has not worked out. Kai's been able to take advantage of Ruffalo.
Oh, Johnson. Sam Johnson.
Talk about taking advantage there.
Yeah.
But with Ruffalo having to move on to Kai, Kai's got a size advantage. He's able to get into the lane quicker, and Rob Jones is just going to have to figure out what he wants to do there. You know, Sellers is not on the floor at this point with the 2 fouls. Do you want to put, you know, Jalen Davis on him? That's going to move one of your guards to have to mark on the wing. But right now, your best defender in Jalen Davis is not really able to get super involved. He's isolated out on the wing, and you're really struggling to stay in front of their best scorer right now, and you have to find a way to slow him down. He has 13. It's the margin.
Johnson good on the three-point play. Man, he's a man on a mission. 11 points, 5 of 6 shooting. The Jackets showed a brief full-court press here. Backdoor pass, Ruffalo, right place, right time. He was wise to that pass. Here is the junior. All the way to the cup and had it blocked away by Mitchell Riley, who's been a problem at both ends. Simpson in transition. What a pass. And an easy bucket for the Saints. Tyler Johnson, good to see him back after taking that elbow. He lays it in. And he's got 5. Kai Simpson to go with those 13 points. Lost in that is the fact that he has 5 assists. From way downtown is Ruffalo, and the shots are just not falling from deep right now for the Jackets.
Got to make sure that these shots are being taken in rhythm at this point, though. You cannot allow frustration to dictate your shot selection.
1 of 10 is Cedarville from behind the arc. Simpson again. And again he hits. And again, Cedarville's going to have to burn a timeout.
And that was an adjustment, putting Jonathan on him, and he still rose up and shot. But sometimes when you let a guy
besides him down, it's going to be.
Conditioning's obviously excellent. I wouldn't expect him to miss more than 2-3 minutes in the whole game at this point. So you're going to have to find a way to make him earn it up the floor. And so maybe that is a press to try to expend more of his energy and wear him out. Maybe that's putting him in more conflict defensively, so he's got to work harder. They're going to have to do something to try to slow him down.
Yeah, at this point maybe you're thinking to yourself on the Cedarville bench, anyone but him right now. But the problem is the team is shooting 72%. So it's not just Simpson. We've got some good shooting all the way around. So the Jackets looking for some answers both on offense and defense. Sam Johnson's certainly been a 9-star on offense. He'll just rise and fire, and he puts it in. My goodness.
He's just trying to answer Simpson right now. He's only 2 off the pace.
6 of 7 shooting for Sam Johnson. Well over half of his team's points. 5 minutes to play in the first. Simpson inside, whips a pass. That was needle-like precision. Mitchell Riley, the recipient.
And what an asset that is when your leading scorer is also that excellent of a passer. It puts the defense in so much conflict of what they're to expect.
Whiteside's got it on the wing to Jonathan, to Ruffalo. Bounce pass inside off the screen and roll. Another bounce pass inside. Who else? Sam Johnson. I mean, he is helping the Jackets stay in this thing right now.
Yeah, and the Saints are trying to throw different bodies at him, and it's just not mattering right now. He's outworking all of them in the paint.
15. He has matched Kai Simpson. The 2 stars going at it, and now they're going at it one-on-one with Johnson guarding Simpson. Here we go again. Simpson calling out directions for the offense. 5 to shoot. They go over the top inside to Johnson. Johnson lost it momentarily. Keeps the pivot foot down. They're running out of time to shoot, and they ran out of time to shoot.
Just good enough on the defensive end for the Yellow Jackets.
Well, that will get the crowd going here as we head to the... A shot clock violation for Thomas More coming out of that last possession. That, in some ways, feels like the only way to stop their offense is just don't let them shoot at all, because they've made 10 of their last 11 shots from the field. The Jackets working here, trying to chip into this 15-point lead.
Vital 4 minutes here for the Yellow Jackets. Try to keep pace, see if they can't get it in single digits before halftime.
Johnson working hard in the paint. He's got it here, draws a double team. Hop steps into the paint. Quick ball movement by the Jackets. Back over to Sellers. He'll lift a 3. No. We're going to have a foul inside. And who else? The foul because Sam Johnson just doing a lot down there. And the foul's on Tyler Johnson. And that is just 3 team fouls on Thomas Moore.
As a spectator, you're, of course, keen to watch the ball. Watch Sam Johnson in the paint just going to war if you get a chance.
And that is a big foul call here. That is called against Mitchell Riley. It's his 3rd. And the coaching staff had trusted him. He's been on the floor with 2 fouls throughout much of this game. Unless we've got the fouls different. Okay, I think they may have just switched a foul to someone else. So I believe it's his 2nd foul. We'll confirm as soon as we can. So no harm perhaps for the Saints in the end, and Will Gibson can't get that shot to fall. And outside of Sam Johnson right now, it's a struggle on offense.
And he's getting full focus, too. Anytime he sniffs the ball, it's a double team.
A foul called inside on Cedarville. And it is on Gibson, notably because Ethan Sellers, who does have 2 fouls, was down there as well. So quick correction on the fouls for the Saints. That's Riley's 1st. So I may have been looking at the wrong statistical category for that one. So no harm for the Saints. Only 14 fouls on them, and no player that has more than 1. Ethan Sellers, the only one for Cedarville. So the Saints working with a 15-point lead under 3 to play. Simpson, who's been insatiable. Pump fakes, fires, and he's human. Misses that one. But even that shot will drift out of bounds, and it will go to Cedarville.
Been able to slow down the Saints offense a little bit here. No buckets in the last 2:06, but have got to take advantage of those very brief and infrequent dry spells for the Saints offense.
Jordan Jonathan gets to the block and sends it back out to Davis. Davis screen and roll with Will Gibson. Davis, a turn, and wow, what a jumper by Jalen Davis.
It's a good sign. Somebody else has got to step up and be Sam Johnson's running mate offensively right now.
5 points for Davis. The Saints have had running mates for Simpson. That's one of the big differences in this one so far. Paris looking inside, down on the block, and Will Gibson just pulled the chair out from Mitchell Riley.
Yeah, Mitchell Riley not happy, wanted a call, but I think that was absolutely correct, Aaron. Just pulled the chair out.
Oh, a thing of beauty. Johnson to Gibson in the and one. Well, talk about doing it on both ends. Will Gibson, a display there.
And I said at the beginning, X Factor is kind of Will Gibson. And when I say that, he just scored a bucket, I'm not really talking about Will Gibson as far as scoring. More his ability to find the open man, dictate play of the offense and pacing. You'll see quality play here by Will Gibson on both sides.
Yeah, great look by our camera crew on those 2 plays.
Yeah, great offense and defense by Will Gibson. Yes, it's important that he gets some buckets, of course, but when he's initiating the offense, it's clean, it's crisp. He's finding open guys. They just got to finish the job.
No good on the free throw, so the lead stays at 11. Gibson has 3 steals in this one. Kai Simpson working on Jonathan. Gets 2. How did he do that? Kai Simpson, a miraculous shot and 1. Wow. It is the first foul on Jordan Jonathan. And Simpson back at the line where he's lived. This is free throw attempt 8 of the game, and that one's good. So he's 5 of 8 for the line.
Aaron, when you're playing defense on a guy who's hunting for contact, he's hunting for that space. You can't allow him to get into the position where he can get a shot up with potential contact hunting.
Davis for 3. Oh, he had an open look at it.
You have to stop him before he gets to that spot, and Yellow Jackets aren't doing that right now. They're not hitting threes either. 1 of 11. Big struggle point right now, and that's really maybe you'd say the key difference between the 2 teams thus far.
Simpson gets it back with 12 to shoot. It's a high screen. Gibson a hard hedge, and oh, what a block! Oh, for a second, Sam Johnson, I thought he had a clean block on Mitchell Riley. Instead, Riley's going to go to the line for 2. But I talked about that high hedge. Gibson was way out there, and it let his defender, or the player he was defending rather, Mitchell Riley, get all the way to the paint.
We talked about that earlier. It's almost a pick your poison. Do you want to hedge and go high and make sure that you're denying the three-point shot, or do you want to hustle back, and deny in the paint? And the way they've been shooting from distance, you have to agree with the high hedge right now and just hope that you can recover in time.
Both free throws put in. Thomas More with only 1:11 left in the half, shooting 71%. 15 of 21 from the field. The lead is back to 16. Ruffalo and Gibson trading the basketball. Ruffalo back to Gibson. Back to Ruffalo. Ruffalo in the paint, inside Johnson, and he mishandled the ball.
Probably his first mistake of the game, it feels like.
It feels that way. And Thomas More is going to take their use it or lose it timeout. That is Justin Ray, the head coach of the Saints. And the doorstep, Malone, at least by
we revert shooting from three. They revert to their average shooting from three. But the defenses just have to be better. We talked about 80 points being the magic number, and we're not meeting that criteria right now.
Yeah, Thomas More on pace for more than that. They've got one possession left at least here in the half. With 12 to shoot. Simpson's trying to get the ball, but Jonathan face guarding him. He finally does here with 5 to shoot. Simpson, a screen. Step back three. Got it. Oh, my goodness. Are you kidding me? Kai Simpson. Wow.
Just a back-breaking shot.
The Jackets will set up for the last shot. Boy, they need something good to happen here. The Saints do have a foul to give with 6 seconds left. Will they try it? Whiteside on the wing. Ruffalo trying to get some space to throw a three up. He does, and it misses everything. And talk about a dominating first half by Tom. Get to the free throw line more. Only 4 attempts in that first half. So Rob Jones has sent out his starting 5, which includes Jalen Davis, Anthony Ruffalo, Sam Johnson, Ethan Sellers, and Will Gibson. The Jackets will have the opening possession here of the second half. And you know what? They're working on a different rim. Maybe that rim has all the magic today, because Thomas More shot 73% in the first half going that direction. So, the Jackets will just look for anything positive here, and it's going to start with breaking what was an 8-0 run going into halftime. Ethan Sellers finds Jalen Davis. Davis bounce pass into Sam Johnson, who was terrific. 15 points on 7 of 8 shooting. He's doubled.
Yeah,
looking for some help. Finds Davis wide open. 3-ball. Yes!
Great start. And that was picture-perfect offense. The Saints are going to keep doubling Sam. He's got to be willing to keep that head up and looking for those cross-court passes.
Davis is up to 8 points. His second triple. He has both of Cedarville's three-pointers in this game. And the crowd starting to make some noise. We talked about it. This is an awesome crowd. This is a great environment. But they need something to cheer for, and Simpson just picks up where he left off.
Talk about discipline. Self-discipline. He fakes out both defenders on the pump fake.
Johnson back to work on the block. Again drawing a double. This time trying to go right through him. Somehow keeps his feet in place and scores. Sam Johnson just finding a way. And honestly, without Johnson's efforts in the first half, we wouldn't even be having the conversation about how to come back in this game. So give Johnson a lot of credit. Jackets looking for some stops. Simpson dribbles and then dishes to the corner. Tyler Johnson with a bandage on his chin. We'll lay it in, but we've got a foul before that happens, and it will go against Johnson.
His second.
There were some heavy minutes played in the first half by some Cedarville starters. Anthony Ruffalo and Jalen Davis both with 19 minutes currently. Sam Johnson not far off that pace. Inbounds to Daniel Allen. Back to Simpson. There is that Ethan Sellers matchup on defense against Kai Simpson. Saints whittling down the shot clock. Simpson's first pass deflected away. Simpson tries again. That shot from the free throw line no good, but an offensive rebound. Saints, a 3-ball is good by Ryan Paris, and that feels like another back-breaking 3.
Absolutely. Yeah, finally got the stop on a Simpson look, and then you still give up the offensive board and a 3.
And it's the largest lead of the game by Thomas More. Ruffalo, who has struggled to find the rhythm here on offense, 0 of 6 from the field. Johnson will just try a 3. Can he answer? No. And Simpson right there. Everyone left him alone for the rebound. One and done go the Jackets. And they are definitely in danger territory. Open three, corner. It rattled out. I was ready to call another Parrish three. This time Simpson will try. Why not? I mean, how big does the basket appear to Kai Simpson?
Those are back-to-back possessions that just encapsulate the issues for the Yellow Jackets in this game.
Johnson passes up a three. They'll draw another double team inside. Lots of contact inside, and he just flips it up over his shoulder and in. He continues his brilliant day on offense.
Yeah, Sam Johnson showing some leadership with his play on the court, just trying to pull his team along to keep them in this.
For Kai Simpson, it feels like he's probably just throwing it into the ocean. That's how easily he's making shots. Here he is again, working against Sellers. Just a 1v1 right now. And Simpson has won most of those battles. Here he is, Euro step in the lane, floating it up and in. I mean, he is a machine. Ruffalo takes advantage of some lax defense and has it swatted away. Keeps possession. Davis fires a three. Yes!
Big time. And the crowd trying to find a reason to get involved in this game. And the Yellow Jackets have got to find a way to get some back-to-back stops on defense. And that's got to be including on the board, stating the obvious. You cannot be giving Kai Simpson multiple opportunities.
Will Gibson whistled for a foul. He's trying to pry the ball away from Mitchell Riley. And that is going to be his second. He'll take a seat, as will Anthony Ruffalo. So Rob Jones is going to bring in Jordan Jonathan and Jonathan Whiteside for their first minutes of the second half. Simpson to inbound. We talk so much about Simpson, but so many of his teammates are effectively shooting like that man, Ryan Parrish. Fills it up again, his fourth triple.
And those shots are why Cedarville can't afford to help more on Simpson to stop him, is because his teammates are also hitting their buckets.
It's a three-point party right now, and Thomas Moore is having a lot of fun doing it. Simpson will slow it down. Parrish with that last three. It was his fourth. He's up to 12 points. And the blistering shooting continues for the Saints, who are 9 of 12 from beyond the arc.
They're still 72% from the field, Aaron.
It almost feels impossible. What a pass. Oh, my goodness. Mitchell Riley. He's been so effective of cutting in the lane off those screen and rolls with Simpson drawing so much defensive attention. 7 dimes for Simpson now. I mean, one of the single best performances we've seen all season long coming from Kai Simpson. Whiteside driving in. Johnson defending. And then Whiteside threw it out of bounds. Ethan Sellers zigged, and Whiteside thought he was going to zag. Well, there's a lot of time left in the second half, but with the margin the way it is for Thomas More right now, if you're Rob Jones coming out of that huddle, probably just looking for the answers on defense, just trying to grow that part of the game and then see where it takes you, but really looking forward. How will this defense make some adjustments? Because right now, and you got to give a lot of credit to Thomas More, some absurd shot making, but right now, defense is not doing what it's designed to do. So Thomas More will continue putting on the pressure. They're enjoying their largest lead of the game at 24, and they have led basically coast to coast. In fact, actually the entire way through. There's been 2 ties, otherwise it's been all Thomas More, even from the beginning of the game. Kai Simpson with it now. He is not taking a rest yet. Simpson lost it, went back up, and left it short. Rebound tapped out into the hands of Paris.
It's been the story of the second half.
Simpson pump fake all the way to the rim. Oh, and he missed the reverse layup. He gives a wry smile. He actually missed his shot for once. 10 of 15 now. And Blanton gets to the line. Nice effort. Rob Jones inserting him into the lineup, the freshman from Chelsea, Michigan. Making his 19th appearance of the season, and he'll head to the line. So again, Rob Jones just looking for some options from his lineup. Try to get some stops, try and get some three-pointers to fall, or just shots in general. Right now, Jackets shooting 39%, and Blanton, that free throw rattles out, which is unfortunately a microcosm of how today's shooting has gone for the Jackets. It's been one of those days.
It is absolutely, and Aaron, it's just remarkable how the days have coincided. Like you said, it looks like an ocean right now for the Saints, and for the Yellow Jackets, it looks like a brick wall.
And the Jackets are 3 of 6 from the line. Blanton can't hit on either. He was 2 of 2 from the stripe coming into today. There's some good defense. Jordan Jonathan gets a deflection. Simpson retains it. Half the shot clock gone. And Jonathan again, what effort. The ball is live. Whiteside, missed the layup. Everything was set up perfectly, and Whiteside perhaps got caught between dunk and layup, and the Saints make them pay on the other end. Paris effortlessly gliding to the rim, putting it in. And another turnover. The wheels are starting to fall off a bit for the Jackets.
Yeah, losing some focus here. Lack of communication.
We've got some frantic basketball happening right now, and we're going to have a foul on Jalen Davis, who I think poked Kai Simpson, and those two are chatting a bit.
Understand Jalen's frustration, though. Simpson's throwing that elbow every time the ball is loose, and it has not been called a single time.
Couple subs both ways for Cedarville. Mikhail Harmison is in, and for the Saints, Cam McLean checking into the game for the first time today.
It's a good decision, I think, by Coach Ray to take Simpson out. He looks like he's starting to kind of lose his cool. His demeanor has shifted a little bit here, and that's unnecessary for your guy with 28 points leading your team in the game to be getting frustrated. You want to keep him in it.
And another foul and a three-pointer. You want to, I understand if you're Cedarville, you're trying to close out high on these effective three-point shooters. That was Daniel Allen, who, again, coming into today had made 51 of those, but a couple of times it's now resulted in the Saints getting to the line.
And that one was obvious.
Yeah.
Blanton ran right under his feet. Like, he really did have nowhere to land. You can always talk about, he's exaggerating. Sure. You're trying to make sure that the officials make the call. And if you do something that is a foul, then you really relinquish your right to complain about it being called, whether they exaggerate it or not. So you have to close out with discipline. You have to close out with discipline, and I know that's really, really hard right now, and this game has to be incredibly frustrating if you're a Yellow Jacket player.
Allen makes 2 of 3. The redshirt freshman, he's averaging just under 13 points per game. He's up to 5 today. A couple of boards as well. So the Jackets working against a 28-point deficit and starting to draw fouls a little bit better. There's a couple that have been drawn in the last minute or so. Still just 7 for the game. Committed by Thomas More. That one whistled against Cam McLean, his first. Jonathan to inbound. Kel Harmison runs off a couple screens, gets it, fires a 3. No good. Rebound cleared away by Tyler Johnson. Thomas More enjoying an advantage of 10 rebounds in this game so far. Allen puts it in. No. Offensive foul called. They're going to say that he dispatched Drew Blanton with the outside arm. So foul on Allen and no basket.
It's a good call. It's actually been occurring a lot in this game. A clear out by the offensive player using the elbow. And if you're the Yellow Jacket coaching staff right now, you are just looking who's still working hard, who's hustling, who's still running the set and remaining disciplined and composed on offense and defense. That's what you're looking for right now.
Armisen draws a double team. He picks up his dribble and needs some help. Finds Blair. Blair spinning. Scooping. No good. Jackets 4 of 10 from the field in this half. McLean hands off to Pouncey. Pouncey with it again. McLean on the wing. 10 to shoot. Pouncey with one dribble back to McLean. McLean all the way out in no man's land. They've got to get a shot away. A desperation shot by Johnson, too strong, and here come the Jackets.
Almost expected that to bounce off the board and in.
Oh, nice effort. Oh, look out. Jordan Jonathan went crashing into the stands. He was moving quick, and good to see him get helped up to his feet, and I think everyone in the stands in that front row. Well, the Yellow Jackets will stay at home here for a bit. Their next game is on Thursday, February 12th. They will take on the Ashland Eagles. So you go from facing the number 2 scorer in the GMAC to the number 1. Then they will head to Northwood on February 16th. They'll make the trip to Midland. Then they stay on the road. Games at Findlay, games at Walsh. Of course, all 4 of those games you can watch right here on Flow College. Don't miss the Jackets in action. And, of course, on that game that's happening here on Thursday, you can obviously come out to the County Athletic Center. Girls will play at 5:30, so enjoy a doubleheader. And also, you can watch the archive of today's game 24 hours after its conclusion on the GMAC Digital Network. Archive contest can be viewed free of charge. And, well, given the way the scoreboard looks, I'll just put it this way. I think only one fan base is really going to want to go back and watch this one. But if you're Thomas More, though, go back and watch what has been a shooting clinic by the Saints.
It's the first point by the Yellow Jackets in almost 5 minutes. It's been a big struggle. Aaron, I haven't seen them struggle like this offensively all season.
Especially at home, where we've seen them twice in person put up, get to the century mark, even in conference play against Northwood, who we said in their next game, wow, a long pass, and that is incomplete out of the back of the end zone for Kai Simpson.
I thought that was going to hit the center score.
I did too. I wasn't ready for that.
No. Felt unnecessary.
It does.
I think that's why.
Yeah.
So, if you rules of basketball, it's where, it goes back to the inbounds because it was not even touched in play.
Simpson's third turnover of the game. Jonathan lifts the inbound pass and nearly threw it away. Credit Whiteside for sticking with it. Falls to Harmison. Harmison and Whiteside. Inside, and I tell you what, Sam Johnson was held inside, and he is not getting much of a whistle.
No.
Because, his jersey was getting pulled. He was getting pulled on the arm. He's talking to the refs right now, and he's usually pretty subdued in his communication on the court. He's asking for an explanation, and I can't say I blame him on that play.
No, and that's almost like one of those where your success is almost hindering you getting a call, which is unfortunate. It shouldn't be that way.
Well, if it rains, it pours. That's kind of the game that Cedarville finds themselves in. But still 11 and a half minutes to try and build some momentum into that game we mentioned when Ashland comes here on Thursday. That shot rims no good. Sam Johnson right back in the middle of things. Another rebound for him. 3 boards to go with his 19 points. He works in the block, and he will not be denied. He's up to 21.
Yeah, Sam Johnson, a big bright spot in this one. 10 of 12 overall shooting, too.
He was 3rd in the conference in field goal percentage, and that is only going up. Tyler Johnson to Daniel Allen. You're right. There's a lot of push-off with the elbow, and the crowd's starting to notice that a little bit more, too. We'll see if that gets called a little bit more as we go through. Kai Simpson, step back 3. Oh, my goodness. He's unconscious. 31 points for Kai Simpson, the redshirt sophomore from Lexington.
Yeah, Aaron, it's not the cause of the deficit.
No.
But that is a really annoying and frustrating thing if you're an opponent and the refs just are not calling it. And it's not just on a shot to create space. It's on every pass. It's to retain possession. There's a little chicken wing, which is typically called very frequently by officials, and for some reason that seems to be a spot that they are not focused on as much in this game today.
Sam Johnson does get a call. He'll head to the line. He'll try to improve upon his 21 points. He's been putting in the work today. And that free throw rattles home. He continues to work through a really great stretch on offense. Again, coming into today, was averaging 19 points per game over his last 4, and that average is only going up on the season, averaging 14.5.
He's already almost matched his point total from the last outing against Ohio Dominican just 2 days ago. 24 points in that one.
And he can't get the second free throw to fall. Rebound by Ryan Paris.
Here's the thing, Aaron. It's 33 points combined between Davis and Johnson. It's 8 points otherwise. And that just, it's not acceptable if you want to stay in a game.
Yep, Jackets will need to find some answers. Again, trying to build some momentum into that game on Thursday. Considering the way this deficit looks, just trying to find a rhythm on offense, slow down this defense, slow down this offense by Thomas More, which to give them some credit, they've been doing, and that's some great defense by Sam Johnson, and the 2 stars kind of tap chests and acknowledge the games that they've each respectively had and the defense that was put on by Sam Johnson right there.
It's great work by Sam not taking the bait. I mean, he was trying to be baited into fouling on that 3-point shot, and he stayed on his feet.
There's Ruffalo. Yes, got the got the layup to spin in.
That's his first field goal from the floor. It's just been a rough night for Anthony Ruffalo, along with many others offensively for the Yellow Jackets.
He's up to near 1,000 points in his Cedarville career as Anthony Ruffalo. He plays defense on this play. Nearly caused his player to throw the ball away. Another great pass by Simpson leads to an open 3 by Ryan Paris. Ruffalo was trying to sneak in a double team on the backside, and Kai Simpson made him pay for it.
Aaron, people not paying attention to Parrish. That's 5 of 6 from 3, and he has such a compact, quick release from 3, which is why Cedarville's not able to close out on that shot instantly. It's a clean-looking form that he has.
And again, he entered today shooting 45% from beyond the arc, and somehow he's bested that. 5 of 6, as you said, Johnny, 15 points. Riley with 14. Ruffalo. Simpson. Now here's Gibson. Back to Ruffalo. Nice bounce pass inside. Gibson, oh my goodness, tried to throw it down, and Sam Johnson will just say, hey, I'll clean that up.
Who else would it be?
Yeah. Defense is starting to make an appearance here for the Jackets, though. They're getting under the Saints' skin a little bit more. That hasn't stopped the three-point barrage, but the Saints are putting in more work to get those shots than they were in the first half. Simpson against 2 players. Oh, my goodness. Are you kidding me? The balance that Kai Simpson has on offense, his rhythm, his tempo is something to behold.
Yeah, and he's always beating the defender to the spot, and that is why he's allowed to dictate the shot selection and the offense in general.
Johnson nearly grabbed the offensive rebound off the miss from Jalen Davis. And Simpson has just kind of stunned this Cedarville team and this crowd. And frankly, us, with his 33 points.
With a guy like that, though, Aaron, he's low. He's always the low man.
Oh, he hit another one. I think he got hit in the face, too. He hit another one. 36 for Kai Simpson. Ruffalo looking for an answer. That one's off the heel, no good. And the Jackets just not able to find the answer. 3 of 18 from beyond the arc.
No, the Saints really did not come back to the average, nor did the Yellow Jackets when it comes to shooting so far this season. And hey, Aaron, like you said, we feel a little speechless with what we're watching with, how the Saints in general are shooting, honestly.
Yeah.
And that should have been a foul. It was a hit to the head.
Yep. Happened right in front of a referee as well. Gibson on the short corner. No look pass. Sam Johnson, I don't know if he was the intended recipient. He gets it on the block, drawing 2 defenders, and he just muscles it in. Give a lot of credit to Sam Johnson. Just ferocious down low.
He has not stopped. It would be so easy for Sam Johnson to get down, with how the game script has gone in this one, and he is just still fighting and working in the paint right now.
He has one off his career high. He's got 26 points. Another 3. I mean, are you kidding me? Ryan Paris, 6 triples, and Rob Jones has seen enough.
It's just that clean, compact shooting for him, Aaron. It's such a quick release.
So that will take us to a media timeout. It is all Thomas More. When we come back, you're watching Cedarville University Athletics on Flow Call. Welcome back to the Collin Athletic Center. Well, in a game like this, and the shooting that we've seen, we've cracked open the Thomas More record book, and among other things that we'll get to along the way, it is a career high for Kai Simpson with his 36 points. That last 3-pointer broke his career high, and wow, what an effort we've seen from him tonight.
Yeah, Aaron, it's one of those days. He got in rhythm early. He got to the free throw line. He got some buckets and open looks from 3, and that just allowed him to get going in general.
Whiteside, nice, strong power dribble. He'll go to the line. He's fouled on that play. And what's remarkable about University Athletics, we got free throws for Jonathan Whiteside, the freshman from Columbus, Ohio. 6 points per game this year, shooting it from the stripe at a 60% rate. He's got 2 free throws here. That last foul whistled against Zion Crow. Free throw no good. You would imagine for head coach Justin Ray in his 8th year that he would be emptying the bench, and for the most part he has already started doing that, I should say. Zion Crow in the game. It's his 11th appearance of the season. Last played on January 24th. Still with 6:13 to play. We'll see what players get a chance to participate in this contest. Cedarville's going to show a full court press here off that make by Whiteside. Blair, quick hands, knocking a pass away out of Tyler Johnson's hands, who adjusts that bandage on his chin that he got when Curtis Blair ran through him. Drive early in the first half. Paris and his 6 3-pointers has the ball. Lifts the pass over to Crow. Excuse me, that's Cam McLean.
We'll see if this offense is hot streak is able to continue, but as of right now, it is over 68% from the field.
Remarkable. Shot missed by Mitchell Riley. He was 6 of 7 before that jumper. Blair bounce pass to Whiteside. Blair, top of the key. No. Long rebound is loose. Blair has it, and he puts it back. He muscled it down.
Even that felt like it took a little extra oomph to try to get it in.
Blair's first 2 points of the game to join his 4 rebounds. That's his 3rd offensive rebound of the game. The Jackets have had 8 of those, but they've still ended up on the wrong side of the rebounding margin. Johnson on the wing over to McLean. McLean trying to back his way down on Mikael Harmison, and instead commits an offensive foul on the dribble handoff.
Yeah, I kind of expect with the benches kind of emptying out a little bit, some of these stats are about to start to get skewed, you know, but Aaron, 13 of 17 from 3 is unconscionable.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think I've seen a team shoot that for the game.
Yeah.
Maybe for a half.
Sure.
Not for a game.
Yeah, somehow they're shooting better from 3 in the second half than they were in the first half. There's Blair, nice job.
Cedarville's still working though, man, and that's all you can ask for if you're a coaching staff right now. Keep working, keep running the set, keep playing hard. It doesn't matter what the score is right now. This is how you earn playing time on the floor.
No question. Chris passing by the Saints, and a foul called on Jordan Jonathan on the steal attempt, and it is the team's 5th by Cedarville. No player with more than 2 fouls in this game, so it's not going to be any foul trouble to worry about unless something happens quickly. Ryan Parris will inbound for the Saints. And believe it or not, Kai Simpson's back out there, which is a little surprising with 4.5 to play in the game well in hand.
That is surprising.
A turnover as they were trying to find Simpson, and Jordan Jonathan was draped all over him. Blanton fires, hits the bottom of the net and nothing else, and the rebound into the hands of Parris.
He wanted to take that 3, and he would have been better off just ripping it.
In fact, right now, if I'm not mistaken, 4 of the starters are still in for the Saints.
You're right.
Interesting.
Yeah, I'm very intrigued by that. You know, second game, they had a game earlier this week too, and game well within hand. I mean, maybe in the under 4.
Wow, great passing. Leads to a Tyler Johnson push shot.
Coach Jones is not happy about some sort of call that was not made.
Yeah, he's all the way down on the baseline talking to the referee. Meanwhile, Cedarville working their offense. Jonathan inside, finds Blair open from the wing. No. The looks have been there, but the nylon has not been found. That ball drifts out of bounds. We will head to immediate timeout. You're watching Cedarville University Athletics.
Welcome back to Cedarville, Ohio. Score Saints 80, Jackets 52. It is now time to announce the Mom and Dad's player of the game, and today's player is Sam Johnson. So congratulations to him, and be sure to head to Mom and Dad's for your ice cream, cheeseburgers, and other mouth-watering favorites. Sam Johnson, 26 points, 12 of 14 from the field, 4 rebounds, 2 assists to go along with that.
Brilliant performance from Johnson. And Harmison muscles a shot that falls. And Jordan Jonathan applying some tenacious defense on the other side.
Bench fully empty, it looks like here now. Also for Thomas Moore. And yep, that absolutely is a travel.
Carson Brown commits the infraction. 13 turnovers for Thomas Moore, only 8 for the Jackets. It's been the barrage of three-pointers that separated this game early, and the Saints never looked back. Jonathan Power dribble inside. Couldn't get the finish to fall. He'll out-rebound. Oh, I thought he nearly out-rebounded 3 different Saints. Instead, it's Jay-Sean Pouncey who snatches the rebound away. Cam McLean in the game. Here's Pouncey back with it. Hands off to McLean. McLean turns to the corner, gets to the rim, lays it in. So right now out there for the Jackets is Curtis Blair with the basketball. He'll drive in and he punches it down. Curtis Blair.
There's some frustration taken out on the rim there.
You need a license to fly that high, Curtis Blair. What a punch. Well, it's plays like that that can really start to inject some life into your team. And again, heading into another difficult matchup on Thursday when Ashland's arriving. It's plays like that that will get you some extra minutes. We've enjoyed watching Blair fly the rest of this season. Three-pointer, no.
It's like another push-off there.
I don't disagree with that. Blair again, he's a man on a mission and may have had that shot partially blocked, but he certainly was fouled as Brown's going to pick up his second foul of the game.
Blair's just decided to show full aggression here at the end.
Why not?
Go get his at the rim, and hey, it's been great to see that aggressive play, and it was needed perhaps a little bit more earlier in this matchup.
First free throw finds its home. Yeah, we've enjoyed watching the athleticism and play of Curtis Blair throughout the season. He's a redshirt sophomore from Richmond, Virginia. Came here by way of Liberty, the Flames, where he played 15 games for them last year. He's averaging 5 points. He's bettered that average here. That is point number 8. To go with a team-high 4 boards. Full court press for the Jackets. Not done yet. Jordan Jonathan slides to the ground after getting a fingertip on a pass. They've got McLean in some trouble, and he steps on the out of bounds. Yeah, steps on the sideline.
We saw Jordan Jonathan. He wasn't able to complete the steal, but I mean, laying it all out with the score the way it is, with the time the way it is, and you have to be really pleased with that as a coach.
Yep. That's the type of effort you're looking for in a game, the way the score looks. Whiteside inside. I mean, he's
got his whole jersey.
Yep, and there is the foul eventually called.
Goodness.
There was about to be some incensed Jackets on that bench. They do get the foul call in the end, but yet, I mean, Whiteside basically had his jersey ripped off. So
nearly was up and over his head.
So he'll head to the line, Whiteside, a freshman from Columbus. 9 of 14 are the Jackets from the free throw stripe today. Under a minute to play. The first free throw is good.
Credit to this crowd today. Amazing crowd that we started off with, and for the most part, they have stuck around supporting their Yellow Jackets, you know, despite not the outcome that you would like, and it being known fairly early on in the second half what the outcome was probably going to be, and they've stuck around to support their team.
A couple more substitutions off of Justin Ray's bench. That includes Colin McClure. I think Will Frey's in this game as well for the Saints. Yeah, he is. Number 31. Jack McCune has it right now. Over to Frey. Frey will back it out. It's the waning seconds of this game pass. Deflection. Here's Blair. And another flush.
Blair has had a nice showing here in the last 6.5 minutes. He has been a nice bright spot here late for the Yellow Jackets.
The Jackets will finish this game on a 10-2 run. Just effort all the way through.
About a second difference, I believe, shot game clock. See if the Saints decide to throw up a bucket or just take the violation and hand the ball to the Yellow Jackets for a quick inbounds.
I think that's what it's going to be. If they're just going to let this game go, that'll do it.